If you just downloaded Marvel Rivals or you need a refresher on the basics, you have come to the right place. Between the chaos, the abilities, the team comps, your teammates yelling at you, this game can be very overwhelming very fast. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how Marvel Rivals works, what you should be doing, and how to actually start winning your games. Whether you want to climb rank, carry your team, or just not feel lost anymore, I got you. Let's get into it. So I have found a few websites not affiliated with Marvel Rivals. However, they are for Marvel Rivals and have Marvel Rivals content. For example, marvelrivals.gg. One of the cool things that it does is you're able to see the different paths that you should take based on which character you're playing, duelist, vanguard, or strategist. And then another thing is you can see the individual updated ability and analytics. Another website that is cool is marvelrivals.fandom.com, and this is like all of the lore, all the backstory, like whose map it is. It is kind of like a Wikipedia, so if you create an account, you can also help and update it. So I would say that not all of the information may be fully accurate. So let's check out a map that's fully finished. So we're gonna go to T'Challa. So this is Black Panther's map. That's what it's telling us. It's telling us the lore and how it connects with Marvel Rivals, which this is good if you're like a Marvel fan, a crazy Marvel fan that wants to get all of the lore. So in Marvel Rivals, there's a ton of different characters that you can choose from. There's duelist, strategist, and vanguard characters, with each character having their own separate abilities. Like there's no certain combo that you can do with all of the characters. Each character is different. First up is strategist. I am a strategist main myself, also known as a support main or also known as a healer. It depends who you ask. First off is you obviously need to be healing your teammates, but you also need to be constantly aware of your surroundings. But you're also a strategist, so you're not just healing. Number 2 is teammate and enemy tracking. So as you can see on the left hand side, there is somebody that is over there that could possibly start to flank. You also have to be aware of where your teammates are. So you have to be aware of where every single character is as a support. This is an average enemy team placement on this map. As you can see where the green arrows are, this potential DPS that is flanking could potentially go to the left and go through the building, or they could go to the right and around the building. It kind of just depends on the player and how confident they are. We also have the 2 supports possibly in the back, and then we also have another DPS getting high ground, trying to get that angle and get those shots and those final hits, while we also have the tanks in the front absorbing damage. As a support, you kind of need to be aware of all of this because it depends on your survivability. That is why it is good to have teammates that do talk to you and communicate with you. Third up would be ult tracking. So you need to be tracking your own ult, but also when to use your ult. And then as well, you need to be tracking your other support's ult and communicating with your support ult of when to use the ult. On top of that, you need to be tracking the enemy's ult, the DPS's, the tank, because as a support, you're going to be dove constantly. So you need to be 100% be by your teammates, especially on Domination map. The final things I'll say, because this is a beginner's guide, let me know below if you would like more content like this. Everything you do as a support matters. When you use your ult, how much you die, how much you use your abilities, if you waste your cooldown. Lastly, make sure you are getting enough KOs, but also the important kills. Next up is Vanguard. So as a Vanguard, your number 1 priority is the point. Second is making space for your teammates and your DPS to come through and your healers to come with you. Third is you have to peel and be aware of your surroundings. Lastly, as a tank, you do need to be producing some type of damage to help out your DPS. Next up would be DPS, also known as damage per second, duelist. It depends who you ask. Number 1 is you need to constantly be giving damage. Number 2 would be to know what type of DPS player you are playing. There's dive, anti-dive, brawl, and poke. third is to be aware of where all of your teammates are at all times. As you can see in the roster, there's way more DPS than any of the other categories. So I don't have time to go into all of it today, but if you would like to see more, please comment down below and I will get straight to it. Now that we know the 3 different types of characters that you can play, we need to know how the game actually works. The 2 basic modes that you can play is competitive and quick match, as well as the practice reign. Inside of quick match and competitive, there are 3 different types of maps in the game. First is Domination. Domination is where you and the enemy team walk up to the point, and to capture the point right away, you have to win the first team fight. If you lose the first team fight, it's okay, you can still possibly win it back. In Domination map, dive is the best course of action here, as well as flanking. Using the high ground and the map's special abilities to your advantage is exactly what you need to be doing to win the match. Next we have Convoy. Here are all the Convoy maps. So now we're basically pushing a cart, an objective, a vehicle. So you're either on defend or you're on attack. So just like with Domination, you kind of want to stay on the point and make sure that at least one of your teammates is on the point at all times. Otherwise you will cancel or CC the point. You also have to pay attention to the points, distance, and the time on the clock. Time gets a little bit more complicated, which we'll save for another video. GG. Next up is Convergence. So Convergence is if Domination and Convoy had a baby. So this is the first point of the Tokyo 2099 Convergence map, and as you can see, this is the cart, but it's just in the middle of the point. So as of right now, this is in Domination form. So if you lost the first point, you'll then carry on to the second point, where you'll have to use the map to really capture this point and win as many team fights as you possibly can. So you can hopefully hold your teammate right here. That's everything for today. If you liked this video or found it helpful, please make sure you like and subscribe if you would like to help me out and continue making videos like this. I am currently working on another video right now, which will help players know which route to take based on which character they are, as well as what map you are on. So thank you guys so much. If you guys want to tune into my stream, I stream every day but Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch and TikTok. So yeah, thanks guys, have a great rest of your day.